good, family, man? We back with another video, man. We back with another. All right, man. I've been going so crazy ever since I came back, bro. I'm already back at 1.5K views from the last past 3 videos. That's all 3 videos put together. And like my shorts and shit, like I've been going so crazy. I've been going so crazy, man. I'm glad I'm back, man. I'm glad I'm back and I can get more to y'all and shit like that, man. But look, today, man, we got a nice little bang on for y'all boys. Now look, got that going. I'm big on the MCU. I don't know how big y'all is on the MCU. Like I did a Flash video. Well, I did the fastest character ever video. That's an MCU type shit. MCU kind of Marvel, DC, whatever. And then you know what I'm saying? I'm just big on superhero movies and like that's an action movies. So like especially the MCU. And one of my favorite characters has always been the Hulk. Now, the Hulk always been my favorite character until I met Wanda, which is the witch. This is crazy. Strange, all that. But like from like the original Avengers, it's always been a Hulk. It's never been like Captain America, Iron Man. No, it's always been a Hulk because he's just wreck shit. Like when Hulk come, you know it's Hulk there. You feel me? But today, man, we got a nice little video on basically just the evolutions of Hulk and which one's the biggest and which one's the smallest, pretty much. And that's about it, man. So I ain't gonna do no more talking shit. Straight into the vid, man. All right. Let me get right real quick.
A few moments later.
And over the years, we've seen it
It's crazy. As soon as I say that in the beginning of the video, it happens. Nah, it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas getting whooped on, bro. It's crazy.
from a simple TV show monster to a full-fledged CGI giant. But did you know that Hulk has changed drastically in size and appearance with every adaptation? Today we're going through every version of Hulk, from 1977 to 2025, ranking them from smallest to tallest. And by the end, we'll also explore why Hulk's size has been decreasing dramatically in the MCU. The Incredible Hulk, 1977, 6 feet 5 inches. Back in the day, CGI didn't exist, so the first ever live-action Hulk we got was played by legendary bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall. This version of the Hulk wasn't a towering CGI beast, but a real person with his body fully painted green, wearing a torn-up costume to resemble the comic book look. Fun fact, the role was initially given to...
That's tough. That's kind of hard, though, like... For the most part, it's just a natural body just doing it. That's kind of butter. I ain't even gonna lie. But obviously, you know that's the worst Hulk ever. The worst Hulk ever, hands down. But for the most part, like it's pretty decent. Like if you was back then, you were like, okay, that's kind of hard. Like you probably was a hella amazed back then if you was born or whatnot. But now it's just like, it's okay.
Richard Kiel, famous for playing Jaws in James Bond films. But the producers felt he wasn't bulky enough, so they replaced him with Ferrigno. The TV series ran from 1977 to 1982, and due to its success, we got 3 TV movies later in the 80s. Unlike modern Hulks, Ferrigno's version didn't rely on special effects, which added a lot of realism to the character. The Incredible Hulk Returns, 1988, 6 feet 5 inches. In 1988, the first Hulk TV movie was released, titled The Incredible Hulk Returns. This time, Hulk teamed up with Thor, and Ferrigno reprised his role. While his height remained 6 feet 5 inches, he looked bulkier than before.
I wonder how they did Thor. I wonder how they did that nigga, like... Oh, let's see. Like, I don't know. I'm about to go back and watch one of these movies. I know I cringe like a motherfucker, but I just want to notice how they did Thor. That's it.
Because Ferrigno had continued training and got even more muscular for this role. This was also the first time we saw a crossover between 2 Marvel heroes in live action. Another fun fact, in this movie, Ferrigno had hearing issues, so they changed his Hulk wig to make it easier for him to wear a hearing aid underneath. The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, in 1989, 6 feet 5 inches. A year later, Hulk returned in the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, teaming up with Daredevil to take on Kingpin. Once again, Ferrigno played Hulk at 6 feet 5 inches.
Oh my god, that was the most worst Daredevil ever, bro. Nigga, all they did was get that nigga a scratch suit and put some shit on top of his head, like a little bodyguard look, like a little mask on top of his head. Like, oh my god, that's the worst Daredevil I ever seen. I mean, I get it. It's back then, but around this time, it was at least doing a little bit better. Like, gosh, show, I'm weak.
But his makeup and wig were slightly improved to give him a more polished look. This movie is historically important because it featured the first ever cameo by Stan Lee, who later became famous for appearing in almost every Marvel film. The Death of the Incredible Hulk, 1990, 6 feet 5 inches, marking the end of Furino's Hulk era. Unlike the comics, where Hulk is nearly immortal, this movie showed Hulk dying after falling from a plane, which was a shocking moment for fans. Originally, Iron Man was planned to appear in the film, but those plans were canceled. Hulk, 2003 and 9 feet. After more than a decade, Hulk finally returned to the big screen with Ang Lee's Hulk. This was the first CGI version of Hulk, and his height was massive, starting at 9 feet tall and growing even larger when he got angrier. Unlike Ferrigno's Hulk, who was just a painted bodybuilder, this Hulk was fully digital, allowing for more realistic movements and extreme muscle growth. However, fans criticized the film for being too slow and serious, making it one of the most controversial Hulk adaptations. The Incredible Hulk, 2008. No.
Everybody be debating, be like, this Hulk was the best Hulk ever. Which, it's between, if we talking about straight destruction and destroying shit, it's between this Hulk and 2012 Avengers Hulk. Like, them two Hulks is like, that's the tougher one. That's what's tough about it. Like, what are you, like, y'all let me know which one y'all pick, man. You let me know which one y'all pick, because, like, me personally, I'm picking 2012 Hulk. Because, like, that nigga had to stop he beat the Abomination, but, like, Abomination is just a bad experiment. That nigga beat aliens. Like, the 2012 Hulk beat aliens with straight wrecking shit. Like, they had to build a goddamn Hulk buster and everything for his ass. Like, that's how bad the nigga was. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that Hulk is killing this Hulk, in my opinion. What y'all think? What y'all think, man? Comment down below what y'all think, bro. For I think that Hulk killing this Hulk. But that's crazy. But both Hulks tough, in my opinion. These are the best two Hulks. Those are the best two Hulks, hands down.
Feet. Marvel Studios rebooted Hulk with Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, introducing a new version of Hulk, standing 9 feet tall. This Hulk was more comic accurate, with a leaner but highly muscular body, glowing green eyes, and better CGI than the 2003 version. However, despite setting up connections to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, Norton was later replaced by Mark Ruffalo in the Avengers movies. The Avengers, 2012, 8 feet 5 inches Mark Ruffalo took over as Bruce Banner in 2012. This was the first time the Hulk's face was modeled after the actor playing Bruce Banner, making him look more realistic and expressive. Fun fact, originally, Marvel wanted Edward Norton to return, but he didn't agree with the MCU's direction, so they recast Hulk with Ruffalo instead. Thor, Ragnarok, 2017, 8 feet 5 inches. Hulk became one of the main characters and had an 8 feet 5 inches height. But what made this version unique was that he could finally talk properly. Inspired by the Planet Hulk storyline, this version of Hulk had armor, weapons, and a gladiator-style look. Avengers Endgame, 2019.
I feel like the moment they made him start talking properly, that's when he kind of, in my opinion, that's when he kind of became weak, in my opinion. Because, like, when Hulk didn't really talk that good, but he didn't talk that good. He was more destructive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell a nigga go kill some shit, he'll go do it. I feel like then he was more like understanding. Like, I don't know. I think that's what made him weak. Like, I feel like that Hulk, that 2008 or 2012 Hulk would have killed Thanos. But I don't know. Thanos still a mad titan though. But I don't know, man. It would have been a better fight. He wouldn't just let him kill him like that. I feel like that's when he became weak, in my opinion.
8 feet 2 inches. In Endgame, we were introduced to Professor Hulk, a combination of Bruce Banner's brain and Hulk's body. This version was slightly shorter at 8 feet 2 inches, but was way more intelligent, allowing Hulk to use technology and strategize instead of just smashing things. She-Hulk, 2022, 7.5 feet. We see one of the smallest versions of the Hulk in the MCU, standing at around 7 feet tall. This Hulk is far shorter compared to his earlier appearances, especially in films like Avengers, Endgame, or Thor, Ragnarok. Unlike the usual towering and angry Hulk, this version is more refined and controlled. His physical appearance in She-Hulk isn't as massive as past versions, but his strength and abilities remain a major force in the MCU, showing that even a smaller Hulk can still pack a punch. Honorable mentions, we can't forget about She-Hulk, played by Tatiana Maslany, standing 6 feet 7 inches She is Hulk's cousin, with a more controlled transformation, Red Hulk, 2025. We can't talk about Hulk without mentioning Red Hulk, the alter ego of General Thaddeus Ross, played by Harrison Ford.
I wanted to talk about that too. Like Real Hulk, I ain't gonna lie, Real Hulk's crazy. Like that was the first time I seen like an actual decent Hulk. Like I said, like y'all seen in years. Like I seen in 2022. That nigga was like you said, more refined than goddamn weak. This Hulk brought him back like the 2012 Hulk. That's the type of Hulk this nigga was on. But he was still kind of weak too. But I don't know. He was a little bit more stronger than that Hulk, in my opinion.
In Captain America. This version of Hulk was highly anticipated and 9 feet tall, but ultimately underutilized. Despite his iconic status in the comics, Red Hulk only appeared for about 10 minutes in the film, leaving fans disappointed, while he retains his immense strength and signature red skin. His presence in the movie feels more like a setup for future appearances, rather than a full-fledged debut. In the comics, Red Hulk is known for his heat-emitting abilities, which allow him to increase his power, but also put him at risk of overheating. Whether we'll see more of him in the MCU remains to be seen, but his brief screen time in Brave New World suggests that Marvel might be saving his true potential for future projects. The biggest question surrounding the Hulk is why his height keeps decreasing. The main reason for this is his mental stability. Historically, Hulk's size and strength were directly linked to his anger. The angrier he got, the bigger and more powerful he became. But after his defeat by Thanos in Infinity War, Hulk underwent a change in a sort of shameless way.
I told y'all that nigga made that nigga change. I told y'all. I said, as soon as that nigga fought Thanos, it was over with. That nigga did not have that anger no more. I'm telling you, as soon as he was able to talk, bro, it was done for. Like, that nigga was like, it made that nigga whole body change. Like, that nigga just knew he won't that no more as soon as he got his ass whooped. That shit was crazy. Shit crazy.
He merged with his Bruce Banner side to become Professor Hulk. Since then, each new appearance has seen him getting smaller, reflecting his shift away from pure rage-driven growth to a more controlled, intelligent version. But who knows? Maybe the Hulk will find a way to regain his towering form in the future.
Alright. Look, y'all, man. Y'all comment down below what y'all think about all the different type of version of Hulks, man. Y'all comment down below, man. Get active, man. But look, that's the end of the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And bro, we on to the next one.